Yeah, good morning. Wishing you the best of today. It's Thursday morning, and I am sending this video broadcast from Oman West Local Government Council, Sabonida Ora precisely, which happens to be the headquarters. I am usually not part of this kind of system whereby I have to express myself through videos. I've been doing this through written word statements, vocal statements, but I've not really come out on air to make a video statement or whatever. I'm doing this today to show how severe this situation I'm trying to discuss about today is to me, and I think to some other persons in the constituency I come from, the local government per se, and maybe the state in general. This has got to do with the present dramas that has been going on in the State House of Assembly. First of all, I'm going to introduce myself for proper recognition. I am Omiunu Solomon Imohimi. I am here not to criticize anyone, but to go straight to the point and let those who don't understand what they need to do get a proper understanding of why they were actually elected and why they have to participate in the interest of the people they are going to represent and not their personal interest and that of their so-called godfathers. First of all, I would make a very quick statement as regards to the ex-governor of Edo State, the person of Adams, comrade Adams Oshomole, who happens to be the present national chairman of the All Progressive Congress Party. And permit me to use the words that he is the type of man who wants to eat his cake and yet have it. Because I could remember vividly during his tenure, he had his government running all under his watch, both in the government and in his party. He was seen as the supreme. And I think if someone else emerges as the new governor or the new state governor, this same thing is supposed to be applicable to that person, maybe. And if the person doesn't want it, then we say, okay. But now I am wondering why a governor who is out of office is still trying to show superiority to stand above the present or the sitting governor of a state that happens to be the heartbeat of the nation. Well, I am not a member of the APC, neither did I support the mandate or the interest of any of the APC members who are representing in any positions today, be it in the government and be it in the legislative arm, which is even having their own dramas today. But I must be fair when I want to make my own analysis that Comrade Adams Oshomole should please give Edo State a break. No man can come as a single person and say, hit on his chest and say, the state belongs to me. It's a collective ownership. We are all owners of Edo State. Edo State owns us and we own Edo State. I don't see a reason why today I hear people saying those that are being loyal or that are being submissive or that got their own manipulated mandate with the influence of Adams Oshomole would want to use that to suppress the interest of the constituencies they represent. This is disheartening. I want to buttress my own down to my own constituency because I may not be able to expatiate just into every other constituency, but I will use mine as a point of reference or as a point of contact or whichever way to at least enlighten just those people around us to understand what is going on. It is quite easy for them to see, this is God, the Obaseki's camp, this is Oshomole's camp. They are doing camp against the interest of the people. Now, if you look at other states, I think almost all of them are set and they're functioning already as a legislative arm. This is Edo State. This is a state where the 24 members representing each of the constituencies that make up Edo State are all from the All Progressive Congress Party. So this is actually not a fight between two different persons, but it's a fight within their own in-house. Now, I want to make a reference to the person who is representing Oman West constituency in the State House of Assembly, who has gotten a certificate of return into the office but has not yet been inaugurated. I am talking about Sir Honorable Mike Ohio Izomo, KSE. I made a written statement some days back, and I realized that this is not pushing too far. And I think you need to be talked to. You need to be talked to just the way we feel. Because I understand that you don't have the interest of the people you're actually going to represent in your heart. At heart, you don't have it at all. Let me take you back to times before now. You were once in the House of Assembly under Adams Oshomole. Was there any other person that came in and start making issues or trying to make differences among those people you worked with then while you were serving? I think that is no. No former governor came in and said, go for inauguration or don't go. This is done, Julie. This is not done. If you think you have a preference in someone who wants to be the speaker of the state, then you have to go to the floor and decide who should be the speaker. You cannot stay out of legislative activities which you've been sworn in to handle, and you expect us back home to be clapping for you. First of all, I want you to understand that I've never been your fan. That is my personal interest. Yes, in your first term, I voted for you. That was because we had that arrangement as the ACN then. But today, the last election that just went by, I didn't vote for you. The main reason I did not vote for you was because you seem not to be that strong and capable person who can speak directly from his mouth. You seem to be someone who will be speaking from your both sides of the mouth. Can you tell me why, sir, you've not gone for your own inauguration? Why were you absent? Look, I think it's high time we stop this kind of sentimental sympathy or pitiful votes that we give to people, because they always end up misusing such opportunities. You are opportuned because the government of the day, the APC, and the national chairman came to influence the election that made you emerge as the winner of the. This doesn't mean you are actually right for this position. My problem with you today is this: are you going to start up your presentation just like this in dramas? You want to represent the good people of Owan West, and you already have problem with the governor, the sitting governor, and you want us to be clapping. How do we not have access to infrastructures? How do we have access to development? I don't see a light in this. I am suggesting to you, Honorable Michael Yoizamo, to please save your pride. To me, you are just an ordinary man like every other person in Norman West. There is no superficial guaranteed effect that you carry along that can suppress with the people of Norman West. I, for one, will take exception to such kind of manipulations. I am telling you, you are very, very wrong, very, very wrong not to have been there on that day. And up to this, I saw a video yesterday of the lawmakers who are protesting and agitating for things to be done duly. When you say things to be done, what's been done duly? You were not there in the house. Those that were there in the house chose their speaker. If you were there, someone could have nominated you or something. And if you are meant, fine. And if not you, if someone else who you try to give your support to emerges, fine. And if he doesn't get it, fine as well. This is what is called democracy. Democracy cannot be about what you want. It's all about when people come together and the strongest force or the highest numbers of people involved in that process get it all. And in peace. I don't know why you want to waste our 4 years again. I can imagine what has gone through from when you entered into that house the last time to when Honorable Joe Ascend, the one who just left now, entered the house, to this time, it's 8 years already. If you are going to waste Oman West constituency's time again for another 4 years, it's going to be 12 years. Sir, take 12 years out of, include 12 years to the age of a normal young baby that was 6 years old. That child is already 18 years. So are you going to play on the interest of our people because of what you want? Or you're going to stand for truth? If you are standing for truth, you are going into the house to represent all one West people. We did not vote, I did not vote you, but when I say we, the higher number of votes determine the winner. And the winner is going to represent everyone. So I can actually say we, not just about me giving you my thumb on the ballot. You should go back there and start your legislative duty. Start agitating for things. We need a lot of things in this place. You should go there and start speaking. We have bad roads. We don't have good electricity. We still have a lot of dilapidated infrastructures in terms of health, social amenities, which you don't even have any. So I am imagining. I thought this time around would have given you a kind of lesson to work on your pastime. To me, your pastime was complete failure. And if you are coming in like this again, and you are starting up like this, obviously I don't have to see the end. There will be no light at the end of this tunnel. If this is how you are starting by drawing and holding ground with an incumbent governor whose tenure is not yet expired. Okay, if you are in this kind of situation, having a back between the governor, how do you want us to progress in Oman West? So you see, you've gone back to that place again for the interest of Adams Oshole and non people of Oman West. May God judge you, Sir Ohio Ezomo, and Comrade Adams Oshomole for the kind of activities you people are doing, because you people don't have the interest of the people in mind, but rather what will make you people secure power, sit on it, and just give rule and orders and expect every other person to follow. It's not applicable to a democratic system of government. This is sheer wickedness. Sir, Honorable Ohio Ezomo, I want to tell you something today. If you think that position you just got, it's not important to you, sir, with due respect, why don't you just resign and allow people go for a by-election and go sit there? I don't see any reason why you today, who has gotten your money, you didn't get your money from the right place, to me, because it was all being manipulated. It was gotten by buying of votes, ringing, or pressure, and all that. And today you think this is the will of God. I am telling you, if you keep on with this kind of character you are emulating and you allow it to stay for quite a long time, by not holding the interest of Oman West people first in your heart, you will have a reason to regret this. I'm not giving you a threat. This is a reason you will regret that will come directly from God Himself, because you have not gone there for the interest of the people. What do I expect from you? If actually you represent a constituency where you don't reside, how do you know their pains? How do you feel for them? You cannot have feelings for these people because you don't reside around them. When the roads are bad, you make use of them, you don't ply our routes. When there's no lights, you don't know. When transformers are bad, you don't know. The immediate needs we need in our constituency, you don't know. You get information by process. You have a third conscience association that goes out there to start feeding you back information. These are sentimental information. If you don't stay around, how do you get to the root? I'm so disappointed in Adams Oshomole and his ways of acting. He should allow Godwin Obaseki, who is governor of Edo State, irrespective of the fact that I never voted for him, he is my governor. You should allow that man do what he wants to do. And when it gets to the time for you guys to change your candidate, either by primaries or whatsoever, you can now show your strength. As far as administration is concerned, allow this man do his job. Allow him do his job. This will help the democracy. This will synergize between the people and our representative, and we'll have trust in them that they are both different arms of government and can function properly. I don't know why you, who is not even in this present government, neither do you have any political any government office at that now, except for being the national chairman of a party, wants to prevail over the affairs of a state that is being governed by a different governor. This was the same thing you did in Zamfara State. Whenever you want to make actions, you do things as if you understand this so well. But forgetting that rascality has got nothing to do with administration, without, especially without proper consultation. You don't consult. You assume when you say things, it's over. No one else should contradict whatever you've said. No one should antagonize your interest. But I'm telling you, just like you did in the past, when you said it was an end to godfatherism and godfathers must go. In your own definition of godfatherism, I don't see a difference from what you're portraying today. If I go by the words you use them as a term for being referring to someone as being a godfather, you are worse than you are a worse god grandfather, not just a father, not godfatherism. This is god grandfatherism, because you don't want them to do what they want to do. These people that were sworn in that day, They were ready for legislative activities. Those that were not sworn in, they were not ready for it. Imagine our counterpart from Owa East, Barrister Okaka, saying he was taken for inauguration under duress. Sir, are you trying to say you didn't want to be inaugurated in the first place? Why were you voted for? If you don't want to be inaugurated, why were you voted for? You said they took us to the deputy governor's house, they offered us money. You are fooling yourself by saying all these things. You are watching the dirtiness, your own dirtiness. That's what I'm telling you. Because you went out there and you're saying they offered you money, though you rejected it, and they forced people on duress to what duress is that? When you know you are going to the office of milk and honey, you are saying duress. Well, do you know what duress is all about? And you got a suit, you didn't know where the suit came from. You should be ashamed of yourself. That in your age you are saying inauguration we all prepared for. Some of us have even bought new clothes that we want to make use of. You see what you're trying to say? You people are going there to joke over this whole time again. May God forgive you all. May God forgive you all because we are on one. And people from Onwan West, Onwan East, Onwan in general are very, very reasonable people. Very, very reasonable people. But if people now go in there and you want to start playing these hanky panky games, trying to spot out differences between your own selves. I cannot imagine that even the last time wasn't like this when you had PDP and APC members representing the various constituencies in the house. It was more calm. Now that you have all 24 members in APC, you started with this kind of dramas. How do we end this up? You are following someone who does not know. That was how Adams manipulated different due processes that affected even a whole state in Zamfara. They lost everything because Comrade Adams Oshomole wants to always say and wants whatever he has said to stand put. Is that the kind of organization you guys are going to emulate and transfer to us? I'm telling you, any of you who doesn't do the right thing would have it not just as a pain to weigh in the constituency is representing, but the pain will last longer in your heart because you did not do the right thing. Sir, Honorable Mike Ohio Ezomo, with due respect, sir, I think this is all about pride. For me, I don't see a reason why people will elect me to represent them and the house is set for inauguration and I stay back home and say it's not a due process. Due process, you mean? When the job, it says, has started. The job has started. A speaker has emerged. Even if tomorrow you people go back and impeach that speaker or whatever you want to do, he has come in as the first speaker in your, I think it should be your 7th or your 8th assembly, I don't know which of them. He will be known as the first speaker. That will never change. You understand? So I urge and I plead this time around because we need to talk to you in both tones, soft and the minute and the strong, whatever tone we have to use to express how disappointed we are and to tell you the ways to reamend this situation. Sir, please go for your inauguration and start representing the people of Orange West constituency. This is how, when you elect people or you give appointment to people who are not even residents in the area, they don't know the pains. You see yourself, you see the commissioner representing us, Barrister Baku. You people are to me, are actually indigenous of Orange West, but by your affiliation, you are close by relationship, but yet you seem afar because we don't have a reach to you. You understand? But when it's Christmas period now, she might come back home and start sharing rice. And these are the few things that it's a pity that hunger and poverty is what determines what happens in electoral processes. It's so bad. I just wish people had their own mindset for selecting or choosing candidates. But this kind of rubbish should not be happening. You did not contest this election. It was gotten for you. So that is why you act in this way. We are giving you time to reamend and retrace your step and go back into full-time reconciliation with other members of the House who have been inaugurated, and as well make a proper reconciliation with the executive governor of Edo State, Governor Obaseki, because that is the only way you can start your legislative duties. And that is the only way some of the motions you are going to be moving will be attended to. Don't go in and be a fighter. Don't go in and be a fighter because if you start this fight either by physical punches or by your words or by your actions, all are being classified as fight, we will not get it right. I choose not to be in part of a constituency where we're going to be having another 4 years of waste. You must come and do what is right. And if you think you cannot do against the wish of your boss, Adams Oshomole, which I'm not really blaming you, because if you had come around and was around your campaigns and all that, you would not be doing all this. You understand? You just came. We thank God from the abductors. You were freed, and you just came in and they said sympathy votes. You kept your peers and all that, and they gave you. They said in our language, "Akpa obo." Let's help him. Why? Who's helping you? Who have you helped? Why do you deserve being helped? You've been helped now according to their own language against our interest, in the interest of the governor, right? You people denied Honorable Joe Asen the ticket in APC because you knew he is a man that could stand firm for what he thinks he wants. But you, who can be manipulated continually, was being influenced in your party, and in the general election, the force of sharing money came in. The same money that we will not see to use on normal days. You've not been able to do anything for us to have a bank. In your first tenure, there was no bank here. You are coming back again. You are starting with quarrel. What is your own, sir? What is your own? If I'm you, if I were to be yourself, I would humbly resign and say, well, the due process of being inaugurating members elect of the House of Assembly, and has not been done rightly, and as such, due to stand as my honorable self and to distinguish myself from being someone who has connived with immoralities or not due process, I choose to resign. And then a by-election goes on. A lot of people persons going there. You cannot waste our. Let me tell you, you cannot waste our time. We will not give you that break this time around. We will follow you bumper to bumper until you start functioning. This is not the business of the usual government you did the last time, where everyone start clapping for you, come home and yeah man, yeah man. You won't do any yeah man as far as this tenure is concerned. We will follow you up from the beginning to the end until you present us properly. That is the only way you will have peace in that place. We are so bitter. I am mostly bitter having you representing me because I know you're not going to do anything. Right now, I'm even more worried now that you're displaying this kind of characters. It's obvious that we will not even get anything this time around. It's a pity that we have to trade another 4 years for nothing. It's quite a pity. I am telling you, go for your inauguration, Mr. Man. Go through the right process and affiliate with the governor. We want good things. We are tired of quarreling. We've been quarreling for when Adam Shomole came into office during the times of Honorable Zakamanu, the former speaker, and our own brother Honorable Blessing Abebaku. You saw what happened when there was a difference between himself and the governor. You know what happened. It wasn't a nice one for the person representing us. That we even had to lose almost 2 years of him not working in the house. Is that what you want? Is that what you want us to go through? After all, if you go through that kind of thing, you're not going to feel bad about it because it doesn't touch you directly. You are well to do. What about we who you are going to represent in there? Sir, if this is not going to be on the side and on the interest of the people you are going to represent, please resign and let something else be done. Make history and say you are standing for the truth. Standing for the truth is not by standing by your own godfather. Standing for the truth is standing for the people and saying, this is not what I want. I would be inaugurated or I would resign. It's either you're being inaugurated or you're going for resignation and allow who wants to do this thing come in. You understand? With due respect again, I am going to continually send videos to you and express to you how disheartening I am, and I think some other persons are, as regards to your own participation in this um, assembly that has just been inaugurated. So we are saying, save pride and go do the job you've been sent to do. People voted for you probably because they think a second trial might be a change. But if this is how you are starting, it's a pity for those who have believed in you. I didn't believe in you, and I thought you were going to surprise me. You are not surprising me. This was how I did not believe in Buhari. I knew he would not do anything, and he didn't do anything. He's back on the second term. Let's watch. You are going there again now. You've not. Let me tell you the funny thing. You collected your certificate of return, but you've not been inaugurated. So you're not even yet into the house. You see, you're putting us on the edge again. Go and represent us, Jare, and stop all these hanky panky games. Let me tell you, those your funny system of governance will not happen this time around. You and your Adams. the most greedy, great God grandfatherism man. It should not be well with them. Thank you so much.